party. We're gonna want, let's see, who do we want to fly here? Biggest damage, there we go. And yeah, Vice goes down. Yeah, so that's the idea there, guys. If we can get full party, we're really in good shape. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. We are going back to mono white, guys. But we're trying to do something a little different. Not the mono white that you expect. Am I running all exile cards and board wipes and the same stuff over and over again? No. We're running mono white party. Party, Jay. Oh, stop trying to make that Zendikar thing works. I like it, okay? I like party. Stop making fun of me because I like the party mechanic. I like the dungeon mechanic too, to be honest. Okay, I like obscure, weird mechanics that only work a little bit of the time. That's the essence of magic there. You know what I mean? That's the essence of jank. The essence of jank is sometimes working. So we're going to be doing mono white party aggro. And we're going to be getting some sweet kills in. We ended up really tuning this in and really getting it nice. Before we get down to this one, guys, though, I need you to do something for me. Do you know what I need? Do you know what I need before we get to this one? I need you to tenderly hit that like button. Gently hit that subscribe button. Or else, well, guys, the like and subscribe will come and he will brutally beat you. Oh, look at those brass knuckles on him, man, huh? He's going to take you out back and he's going to show you a thing or two about not liking and subscribing. Because that's what a like and subscribe does. Leave a comment too. I want to know what you think. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all the live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there. You can meet the whole regular crew streamers there. We would love to have you. You're a very welcoming community, so come on by the Twitch. You can check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information. All the latest alchemy cards, builds, all kind of stuff, fun stuff there on the Twitch. On the Discord. This deck and all the other ones I build are available down below on my AetherHub, so please check out my AetherHub. You can get all the deck builds there, including this one. And of course, if you want to help support the channel directly and be knighted a Knight Villain or even a Baron Von Villain, hit the join button on that channel. Get a bunch of cool channel perks. You will also, upon immediately joining, you will get a code for 6 new Capenna pre-release pack cards for Magic Arena. I will give that to you. Just hit me up in DMs. Boom. There you go. So let's get down to business here. Let's get down to Brax Packs. We're gonna open it up with Archpriest of Iona. I actually might add a little bit more though. Maybe we want 3 of her, or him rather. I don't know yet, but he's a good early card. Why is he a good early card? Because he's a human cleric, and he has the party mechanic ability. Archpriest of Iona's power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. So he can get pretty powerful. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gains +1 and gains flying. Giving somebody flying is going to be useful, and it's going to be more useful than you think because of the Thunderous Orator that we have later. So he is a great early play. Decent amount of blocker. 2 toughness on the board early on is nice. Boon of Safety. Probably one of my new favorite white cards. Guys, if you're sleeping on this card, wake up. Shield counters, are they the best things in the world? No, but they're useful, especially in this card as an instant. Being able to survive a board wipe, being able to survive a direct shot of a kill card. I know it doesn't do anything for exile, but mono white really doesn't have that much stuff for exile anyways. But we are running protection as well. And the scry ability is extremely useful. It's come in clutch a few times. That shield counter has just come in handy. Instant 1 white mana. It is a very, very nice card to hit on, especially if we're going to hit it on some of our other combos later. Homestead Courage. We only need 3 of these. I know people always usually run more of them, but man, when you can flash it out for 1 more, when you can flash back it for 1 more, it's really like having 6 of them in your deck. 1/1 counter and vigilance until the end of turn. Really useful for hitting that repeating spell. That's going to be very useful for the Illuminator Virtuoso, and of course the Show of Confidence. We'll get to that combos later, but that's going to be a really useful card there. Homestead Courage. Usher of the Fallen. Now, we have a cleric. This is going to be one of our warriors. We do have other warriors later on, so maybe we don't need this many warriors. We can balance it out with Archpriest of Iona if you want. Either way, both are pretty good. One is more power, one is more toughness. Create a 1/1 white human token, and of course, that will create more warrior tokens on the board, which help fill out the party. In case you're wondering what party mechanic is, I think I didn't address that. Let's talk about that at first. What party means? Your party consists of each a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. That's what meaning having a full party is. You need 4 creatures of each type: cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. That's what'll do it. So that's what is going to fill in. So warrior and cleric right there. Fateful Absence, we needed direct removal. I tried to run some tricky removal before, man. It just wasn't working. The direct right removal is going to be your key hit right there. It doesn't really matter about giving them a... It doesn't really matter about them hitting a clue token. I'm not really worried about that. And also, in a clutch, I have been known if somebody's going to board wipe me, I'll Fateful Absence my own creature if I'm in a bind and take the clue token for myself. If I'm going to die anyways, it's kind of like a sacrifice for a clue token if they're going to get it. So, very useful removal card. Illuminator Virtuoso, if you don't know what this card is, man, you're going to find out. This is probably one of the most dangerous cards, and I said that going way back. I made a community post maybe a couple weeks ago. Said this is probably one of the most dangerous new cards out of New Capenna. 1/1 double strike. When Illuminator Virtuoso becomes the target of a spell you control, it connives. Very unusually, it is a white rogue, and it is a white 1 and 1/1. And what does conniving do? Whenever creature connives, draw a card, then discard it. If you discarded a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Really, really, really good stuff there. It can grow to incredible power. Because we're going to be playing Boon of Safety, Homestead Courage, all these stuff on it to kind of boost it up and make it unbelievably powerful. And then we have another trick to get it across the wire where it can become unblockable in certain circumstances. So he is going to be the rogue to fill out our party. 2 Kabira Takedowns. Yes, it's alternately a land. I always think of it a Kabira Plateau first to hit out that land. But also, when we have a pretty fulsome board, which we're going to have with this deck, we can fill out the board pretty quickly. It can take down a big creature, but it is nice to have it swapped out as a nice little land. I always think of it as land first. Leonin Lightscribe. This is a great combo with Illuminator Virtuoso because when I'm casting those 1/1 counters like Boon of Safety and Homestead Courage over and over again on Illuminator Virtuoso to pump him up, Leonin Lightscribe is adding even more power to everybody else because whenever we cast a spell or copy an instant or sorcery, every creature we control gets 1/1 to the end of turn. So we can up the power significantly with this one. And of course, he is a cleric. He is a cat cleric to help round out our party even more. Sejiri Shelter. Something that a lot of people don't realize, man. Because it's been faded out a lot. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of choice into the end of turn. Color of your choice means it cannot be the target of spells or abilities, cannot be blocked, targeted, or dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything of that color. Okay? So, this will protect anything from a specific color. With this and Boon of Safety, we have pretty good removal assurance here. But what I want to do is hit Sejiri Shelter on top of Illuminator Virtuoso. What does that mean? That means if they only are running mono black or red, or if they just only have a certain color of blocker, they cannot block. This guy is going to get across with his double strike. He is going to do damage. In the middle to late game, this can basically be fatal because we can get a 10-10 double striking across the board. Unblockable very, very quickly with Sejiri Shelter. And if they're running like mono black or something like that, they have no spell that can take us out. So we can't even be the target of a spell ability, so there's no stopping what's coming. Of course, it is a lovely land in an emergency, but man, this one more than anything, I want to keep the Sejiri Shelter, not the Glacier. This one, I want to keep the Plateau, not the Takedown. So that's kind of how I divide those out. Let's say we want to repeat spells tons of times. Yeah, why not? Why not repeat spells a bunch of times? 2 Show of Confidence. Whenever you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains vigilance. So, capping a big flurry of spells off. We could cast Boon of Safety, Homestead Courage, Sejiri Shelter, and finish it off with a Show of Confidence, and that's going to be that one plus 3 other copies of Show of Confidence. If you're keeping count at home, that's 7 spells. Everybody would get +7 with Leonin Lightscribe, and of course, somebody like Illuminator Virtuoso would get hit with possibly 7 spells, which means it would connive 7 times, which means that would be a 7/7 double strike that couldn't be blocked by a certain color, has a shield on it, and with an additional 7 from Leonin Lightscribe, it would be a 14/14, at least a 15/15 double strike, unblockable, can't be destroyed, has a shield counter, complete protection, vigilance. If that ain't a nuke, man, I don't know what is. That ain't even a missile. That's a tactical nuke, man. 15/15 damage going in. Yes, you can combo out like that with this deck. Very, very, very cool stuff that you can pull off with Sejiri and Show of Confidence. Hey, that's not enough for you. Saying, Jay, you're relying way too much on Illuminator Virtuoso. You only have one of them. Thunderous Orator. Thunderous Orator will repeat anything that anybody says. What does that mean? He is like having another version of whatever card we have down right here, and he is going to be our wizard. It just so happens that he is a white wizard to round out our the abilities of our everything else. So 2/2 vigilance, 1 white and 1. Whenever Thunderous Orator attacks, it gains flying into the end of turn if you control a creature with flying. So this repeats for first strike, double strike, indestructible, lifelink, menace, and trample. So if we're attacking with a double strike creature, Illuminator Virtuoso, and Thunderous Orator repeats itself, he is also a double striking and flying or lifelink or something like that. Just a message, somebody said, Vanishing Verse. Guess what, guys? If I choose black or white, Sejiri Shelter cannot be the target of black or white spells. If I choose that color, Vanishing Verse will not affect it at all because it cannot be targeted by that color. So black or white, Vanishing Verse actually has a pretty big flaw, meaning that it's a double color, so we have 2 ways to stop it, which is why I like Sejiri so much. So that's Thunderous Orator is going to be swinging in. Notice how these are all 2 cast spells here. We're just getting to the big boys here. And they're really not that big, or big girls it is. Extraction Specialist. I really like this one to round out a party deck here. Another human rogue, 3/2 lifelink, which will be nice for adding lifelink to Thunderous Orator. Whenever Extraction Specialist enters the battlefield, return target creature with a mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It can attack or block as long as you control Extraction Specialist. So it can't attack or block because Extraction Specialist is getting it out. I don't really care. Like, for example, if Leonin Lightscribe, it can activate the abilities, but it can't attack or block as long as we have Extraction out. It doesn't really matter to me so much because we kind of just want its special abilities. Like if we pull out Illuminator Virtuoso, or not Illuminator, but if we pull out Archpriest, that's going to help us get the Cleric out on the board. So this really helps us round out our party. To make sure that we get all the parties, and the abilities of the party that on the card are going to get activated. So 2 Extraction Specialists from New Capenna is going to be nice. And then, of course, we're going to finish off with a Squad Commander here. Core Warrior. Whenever Squad Commander enters the battlefield, each creature creates a 1/1. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 Core Warrior token for each creature in your party. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control get 1/1 and gain indestructible. You are absolutely going to body them. If everybody is 1/1 and indestructible, just absolutely body them. He is the biggest one at 4 at a 3/3. He will round out our warrior, and just for the heck of it, I threw an Invoke Justice in there just in case we really need to in the late game. We need to hit this super glowing Master Shredder right here. Return target permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield, then distribute 4 1/1 counters among any number of creatures or vehicles you control. Really, really powerful stuff in the late game. Kind of give it a little bit of middle to late game staying power since it's so aggro. Invoke Justice does. 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons, 1 Eiganjo, Seed of the Emperor, and of course 17 planes. You're saying that's only 20 mana. Don't forget that Sejiri Shelter and Kabira Takedown for a grand total of 24 potential mana. And with the low cost of this deck, and the fact that it's 61 cards is very nice. 2.0 with 20 mana is enough. With the extra mana we're going to do, it's going to be a really, really interesting combo here. Party aggro. Look at our party layout here. 7 clerics. 6 rogues, 6 warriors, and 4 wizards. Wizards is the smallest one we have. There's not very many good white wizards. There's a few more of them if you want to swap them out, but we will be hitting that party. 13 instants for your pleasure right there, guys. 5 sorceries, no enchantments, 20 lands total, really 24. 2.0 average. We have our lovely Elspeth Bax on there, and we're going to run it in there. Really not much to see on the spread here. 1 and 2 is where we're living at. We have 2 3s, 3 4s, and 2 5s. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. We're really running in the early game. We're going to try to get that damage in to make them regret it early on, to try to just get them to scoop when they see what's coming to them. So let's get into the game here, guys. I think we really ended up with a very, very tight deck after playing it for a long time. We really dialed it in. Let's get into it. Yeah, you're either, I mean, even that, you're running aggro control. You're just throwing, you're just throwing out fucking burns and crazy shit to fucking knock people out of the sky ASAP. But I'm going to have to run fucking a shitload of fucking removal to have any kind of effect on this stuff. Really, Exile. I really need to be running Exile or enchantments. I mean, removal is not even as powerful as it was. We got to hit the X. Seabiscuit eating food stuff while adrift. See, it's going to be another Kami. And if I don't have a removal in my hand, it's we're done for, you know? It's going to be another enchantment deck. So if we're not running bangos, it's we're over and done with immediately. Luckily, we almost have the squad out. We get specialists here. Swing in. Kerbango. Yeah. Yeah, it's an indestructible voice of the blessed will make you think about a lot of things, man. An indestructible voice of the blessed will make you rethink a lot of different stuff in your life. Okay, so we have a rogue, a cleric, a wizard, and we're going to have a warrior out on the board, which means we're going to be hitting the full party here. Target a creature, gains flying until the end of turn. It's going to be this one. Indestructible, swing in. Boof, boof. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I can go off, I fucking can go off, bro. But, I mean, it's not easy to do. We're trying to put fucking Lego together. Unfortunately. That's why I got this Kabira here, man. Word of might, yeah. Go off with your bad self then, bro. You do you, man. I got 8 down on the board right now, guy. I got 8 now down on the board. There you go. Means I can pop you for 8. No blocks. Excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to... let's do... Kabira. How many creatures I got? Yeah, I got 8 on the board. Kabira Takedown. Do that. There you go. Illuminator Virtuoso. Put that down. Hit the full party. We're going to want... Let's see. Who do we want to fly here? Biggest damage. There we go. And, yeah, Bice goes down. Yeah, so that's the idea there, guys. If we can get full party, we're really in good shape there. The question is, can we get full party fast enough? Because that's the real question. Me relying on luck? Yeah. Me relying on luck is a whole other story. You know, so maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. Maybe we'll go off, maybe it won't. Maybe we got the luck on, maybe we got the bad hands out of there. Yeah, I know this game would be easy if it wasn't for the other player. I say that all the time, man. This game would be so easy if we did not have to worry about that other pesky other player. This game would be easy as pie. Absolutely, man. I 100% agree with you, man. If the other player weren't there. Hey, Xylo. Oh, Xylo coming in. Xylo coming in with the naughty words. That's a naughty word. Let's see. Let's do that. Alright, let's do that. Swing in. Bang. Lord Grim, maybe he's got something to say. He likes a naughty word every now and again, too. We have everybody just stay calm. This is a Simic player. This is a Simic player with a gigantic pile of cards. Okay, maybe they're not Simic. Maybe there's something else. But as of right now, they appear to be a Simic player, which is very, very dangerous. There's really no telling what a Simic player will do and what is capable of. Ultimately, might have a counterspell there. We don't know. Nope, does not. So let's do that. Okay. 2. Alright. Hopefully we'll get a land here. And we'll be able to run. Mono white party is silly. I mean, that's the idea, CNG stream, man. I'm trying not to run Azorius party, man. I want to run mono white party. I know Azorius party is the fucking tits, bro. But I'm trying to do something a little different. That's kind of the inside joke here, man. Is that I'm trying to do I'm trying to change it up, and it's clearly Magic is like, bro, don't try to do different shit, man. Don't try to mess with what works. You know what I'm saying? You know. Azorius part was basically my angel deck, so yeah, I know I pretty much pushed the mythic with that deck, so you know it's pretty good. All said and done, it's pretty good. Okay, I got Boon of Safety here, so maybe he's gonna get Thunderous Orator against Double Strike. Let's see, he might try to hit the removal on me. Poison the cup. We put the boon on him. We hit him with the boon. So you got the counterspell for the boon. That's the real question. Fading Hope. Okay. What do you want to put out? We'll drop the... We'll drop that extra commander right there. Do that. Yeah, sure. Crack. Got that boom pow and chickens. Jacking my style. That was probably one of the worst lyrics I've ever heard in a song. Well, Fergie can't write lyrics anyways. I got them boom pow, them chickens jacking my style. That was played on the radio for people. And people were like, yes, this is a song. This is a quality song right here. This dude literally just talked his way out of getting rid of a Virtuoso by doing that thing, by giving me an untapped mana. He literally just was like, hey, I think you should probably have one of these, man. That's the right order. Okay, so let's do this. I don't know if he's got a bounce, but I really hate to jet, but I gotta go as I see myself in the pistol smoke. Oh, CNG, yeah, man. I know he might have bounce. I'm gonna call him on his bounce, man. Look at this pile, dude. Look at this fucking pile. You think he's got the right card in there? Of course he does. This is Magic we're talking about. Of course he has exactly the card he needs to destroy me in a pile of 250 cards. I mean, let's be honest here, boys. Of course he has it. All right, so we're gonna run Cat Cleric, Rogue, Wizard. We don't have Warrior out. Okay, so let's Fighting Love here. All right. All right. There you go. All right. He may have a big wipe. That's what I'm worried about right now. Yep, there he goes. Mana value 2 or less. No, he did all creatures. That's what I was worried about. Is that he's going to run the big wipe. Luckily, we got Cave of the Frost. Do one of those. Let's see how much more removal he's got. I don't know how much more removal he's got. Sacrifice a creature. Let's do that. He's going to draw a card. Has he got the removal he needs? Did he draw removal? No, he did not. What cards am I not going to miss this coming rotation? That is a really good question, Hatter Dashery. Yeah, it counts itself as a warrior. I was saying on the board I don't have a warrior. I'm waiting for a warrior to come down. What cards am I not going to miss? I'm certainly not going to miss... Let's see what we get here. Ooh, Wayward Guide Beast. I'm certainly not going to miss... Jeez. I think we're all not going to miss Ruin Crab. That's an annoying one. Losing, so when they lose Rune Priest, the Dwarven Rune Priest, that's going to power down the enchantment deck severely. Doomscar. That's why you don't run 250 cards. I actually like the Forgotten Realms. No, Forgotten Realms isn't rotating. We're losing Zendikar, Kaldheim. We're losing Zendikar, Kaldheim, Strixhaven, and... What's the other one? Forgotten Realms is rotating? Really? Let's do that. I feel like Forgotten Realms hasn't been along that long. Yeah, Forgotten Realms is rotating, man. Wow. Forgotten Realms really got the fucking short end of the stick. That was probably one of my most favorite. I feel like they really nailed it with that one. I'm probably going to be in the minority, but I have almost nothing bad to say about Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in Forgotten Realms. I have really nothing bad to say about Midnight Hunt, to be honest with you. Shambly Gasty. Let's do this. Let's do Fateful Absence. Gonna have to use that bolt to kill me, man. Oh, let's toss the invoke. There you go. I knew you had one in you, man. I knew you had it in you, man. I'm gonna make you spend it to kill it, bro. You see how many cards I made him use to try to kill that thing? A lot of cards. Made him spend a lot of effort to try to get that guy out of the way. Oh, Atsushi. Atsushi's the shit, bro. Atsushi's probably one of the best cards out there right now. He's trying to run Red Treasure, so, I mean, he's trying to run Rakdos Treasure, really. Yeah, well, the thing is Wizard of the Coast realized that the more they came up with a amazing idea here was the more sets they put out, the more money they can make. So now they're just going to put out infinite sets. They're going to be putting out a set every month if they could. If they could crank out, if they could just crank out set after set after set after set, they'll be happy. You know. So, you know, that's what they're going to do. If they can put out a product every month, I mean, Rosewater said it himself, man. Rosewater, he was like, this is the best year we've had for Magic. And somebody said, what's the metric that you use for what the best year for Magic was? And the man literally said, sales. You know what I mean? That's the metric. That's what success is for them. And that's not the designer's fault. That's not anybody's fault but Hasbro's. It's just the way it is, man. That's 1993. 1993 is when Alpha came out. Revise came out in late 94. Alpha, then Beta, then Revise came out to try to fill in the gap of how much stuff was missing, how many people wanted the stuff. But Magic, listen, Magic's been around for so long, man. They'll do something. They'll eventually put out a product so awful that no one will buy it. They'll lose money on it, and they'll go back to the drawing board and go, "Oh my God, we really listen." Capitalism is a slot machine, man. Okay, it's a casino. You just keep rolling the dice until you stop getting payouts, and once you stop getting payouts, you walk away from the table or try something else. You know, so as soon as the payouts stop, I don't think that they'd be silly enough to run it all the way into the ground like some people would. I think that cooler heads will probably prevail. It might slow. They're probably going to, in a couple years after the glut of selling as much crap as they can slows down, then, because they'll release a Modern Masters 16, or they'll release a fucking Commander or a Pioneer or a fucking Secret Lair that just absolutely fucking nosedives. And they'll say, holy shit, we lost money on that. And all of a sudden, the market will get oversaturated. It'll find its water find its level, man. That's one thing I do know. Water always finds its level. And when that happens, they'll take a step back and they'll say, we're analyzing our things and we're going to streamline our products in order to have a more In order to have a more in order to have a better service our customer, we've streamlined our products into X, Y, and Z. They'll cut all the fat that wasn't working, and then they'll just move on. They'll do something different after that. You know, and that's the long and short of it. They'll lose a bunch of money, but in the grand scheme of things, if you ran the casino for 10 years and you were making money, 1 year you crap out, a bunch of people don't buy your stuff anymore, then they say, okay, well, we have either things. We can either keep putting them out to squeeze every dollar out, or we can reconfigure to try to save what's left. And I think they'll probably reconfigure. They'll say, due to whatever, they'll save face. They'll say it in a diplomatic way. They'll say, due to issues with printing, we're not going to be doing this or that, or blah 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 blah. Yeah, honestly, I'm happy when I see zombies, dude. Good for you, man. Zombie it up. All right, let's do this. Honestly, I think Jumpstart was probably one of the best things they could have done. Jumpstart was one of the best things they could have done. Absolutely, it was. The beginning of Jumpstart was beautiful, and they really should have leaned into that. I don't care about alchemy. I don't care. I like alchemy, and I think it's smart for them to have a digital only format. Every other game has digital only. Like, you've got to swing into that sphere, man. Like, you can't just. I don't know. People are too addicted to paper, man. I love paper, man. I started with paper in '94. My first set was beta and revised, man. It's not like I'm a new guy and this is the first time I ever played this game. I love paper. But damn, bro, like, this is a digital format, and you're throttling yourself by saying, no, we're only gonna imitate the paper. That's all we're gonna do. We're never gonna do anything else but that. We're just gonna imitate paper, and that's it. Period. I think that's silly. That's silly to shackle yourself like that. That's just doesn't make any sense. You don't need to do that. Let's kill Narfi here. Alright, do that. Let's swing in. Kerbango. There you go. Unfortunately for him, Narfi's going to come in tapped. The amount of pure vitriolic hate that that alchemy got when it was released. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of blame on Wizards, but I put a lot of blame on the community, man. The community absolutely flipped their mind at that, man. And I just don't know why. It still confuses me to this day. I mean, I know part of it was stoked by content creators. Certain content creators were really made of really good money off of making anti-alchemy content. But it was really strange to see just the absolute pure unadulterated hatred that it got, man. It just was shocking. Like an unreasonable amount of hate, man. Just an absolutely unreasonable amount of hatred went out for alchemy. And it was stoked a lot by the historic community, which I think was overblown. But there was a couple of content creators that just made it their business to shit on alchemy, for 2 weeks straight, twice a day. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, people are mad at something that every other digital card game has been doing and is doing at any point. Oh, but whatchamacallit's the original card game. Yeah, it is the original card game, man. So don't you want it to be the innovator? I get why historic fans were mad, and that's why I put some of the blame on I put some of the blame on Wizards. They should have left Historic alone. I think that they didn't think that people were going to be that mad at Historic about the Historic thing. I think that they didn't anticipate that. Listen, man, anytime I get more cards, I'm happy about it. Unless they're Commander cards. I must be the only person in the world that doesn't like Commander, I guess. I don't know. Because because I just don't like Commander. I shouldn't say I don't like Commander. It's not my favorite. Like, people just love Commander to death. And they just eat, sleep, and drink and breathe Commander. They just love it. And it's fine. It's okay. I don't know. Maybe because I never got into Commander in paper, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like Magic to me. That's about the best way I can describe it. Commander doesn't really feel like old time Magic to me. And maybe I'm just an old cranky man yelling at Cloud, but it just doesn't. It feels weird. I don't know. This is a really complicated singleton, you know. Like, I like those drawn out and it's not even that the drawn out format. It's not even that. It's not even the drawn out format that bothers me, because I'll play Two-Headed Giant forever. I'll play Emperor, which nobody fucking plays. We used to play Emperor with my buddies. We would play 3-man Emperor, which is nuts. Also called Caesar. Sorry. Also called Caesar, and that is, you have 2 generals and 1 Caesar. The whole point is to kill the person in the middle, and that game goes on forever, bro. Hey, CNG actually knows. This is the first person I've ever met that actually knows what Emperor is. Man, yeah, basically 3-headed giant is what it was, with a little bit of extra spice thrown on there. I mean, that was fun to me, and but for some reason, Commander just doesn't. Commander just doesn't scratch the itch. Xylo, you still have the #1 subgifter. Let's do that. I don't think the thing about alchemy today, if you can get 9 alchemy cards generally for pretty much free right away. When alchemy came out, I felt like they were very generous. They gave like 12 packs out. All you had to do was play the event. So I feel like that was fairly generous for the most part. And I think with the selection of alchemy cards, I don't think, unless you're just an absolute completionist, I just don't feel like you need all of them, man. It's not really necessary to hit the full set. Like, there's some alchemy cards I'll never craft because I'm just never gonna play that type of blue deck. So I just kind of cherry pick what I want and just kind of spice them in there, you know. So Emperor would go on forever, bro. And they do offer you the 20 for 20 pack, which is actually the best value on cards, which is decent. I mean, better than a wild card pack. Jeez, I don't know if anybody bought that or not. Is it even still up there, the wild card pack? Is it even still available? My turn. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do Homestead Courage on that one. Yeah, Emperor was nuts, man. Emperor used to be just absolutely crazy. That's what I always say when I tell the pack openings, and I tell you guys, hey, you know, you might hate alchemy, but if you're opening packs, you're going to you're going to get your money's worth out of it. You know what I mean? Because it's just going to fill your wheel anyways. So So anytime you open up a pack, it's going to fill your vault and it's going to fill your wheels, your wild wheels. So no matter how much you no matter how much you don't like alchemy, man, you're losing out on value just by ignoring that, you know. Listen, I don't really like historic, but I always play the historic events because I don't want to miss the historic events. Why not? Why would I miss out on that value? You know what I mean? Deals X damage. All right, let's do this. Ooh, yeah, I'll take another Boon of Safety for sure. Oof. All right. Put down Virtuoso. All right, now Thunderous Orator gets double strike now. He absorbs it from the other guy. Boom. Boom. There you go. Yeah, I usually buy the 10 pack, the 20 pack. I bought it before, and I did a big alchemy pack opening. I might buy it, I might not, depending on where I come out. I feel like the only time I really felt like I needed to was when we had the first double alchemy drop. That was for both. That was for both of the whatchamacallits. It was for both Innistrad, so there was like a ton. So I was like, all right, I'm missing out by not just absolutely loading up on these. Let's get rid of Kabira Takedown. We don't need that. Let's do that. Swing, pop, pop. All right. Where's your elephant? Oh. When my voice is... I can sing a song now. Nighthawk reminds me of Night Ranger, so I'm going to sing Night Ranger. Motorin', what's your price tonight? Something, something, something. Da-na-na. Night Ranger. I remember probably the most funniest gag I remember stuck in my head was from American Dad, where him and Roger got really high. They got hotboxed in the car, and they're both jamming out to Night Ranger. And they're both just like singing. He goes, wait a minute, who sings this song? He goes, Night Ranger. And Stan takes a card out of his wallet. It says, signs that you may be high. You know, warning signs that you may be under the influence of marijuana. And he takes out the card and it says, you know, clue number 1, you enjoy the music of Night Ranger. Man, they really need to reform the marijuana laws in the United States. I deal with people on probation all the time, and the patchwork of crazy-ass laws we have is just such a mess. It's really crazy. You'll have guys on probation that they'll catch a violation, go back for a year for smoking marijuana, and then you have guys that on probation that will have an official marijuana possession card that their PO has signed, and they're perfectly allowed to use it. It's 100% legal, and they're fine. So, you got dudes that'll drop dirty and catch a year in the county for violating probation. And then you got dudes that PO's like, oh, so you got your marijuana card there. That's fantastic. Good for you, man. So it's just, it's hard to say that this is a working system that's really doing its job well. Because the discrepancy is just so all over the place, you know. It just swings so wildly. Oh, Sejiri Shelter. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Alright, this is how we want to sneak it across the wire. Maybe he's got a counterspell. I don't know. Could be saw it coming. Could be a kill spell. I don't know. It's hard. Discard a card. Yes, we'll do that. We'll say protection from black. And there you go. 6 damage. Boom. What's up, Ulfir? Yeah, man, it's a real network. It's a real patchwork law system here. That just federal, state, different states have different laws, and the federals over all of it. And oh yeah, I had guys for that they get that escape charge on them because they were at the halfway house and the halfway house manager forgot that they were there or something like that, so they immediately, the dude was asleep or something like that, and they checked the room or so, I don't know. They did something stupid, and the halfway house manager immediately calls the sheriff and said, "Oh, he escaped." Yeah. And then they was like, "Hey, there's a warrant." We said, "What do you mean there's a warrant?" He said, "Yeah, you got escape charge." He's like, "Wait, I've been asleep for 8 hours." Yeah, there's all kind of stuff like that, bro. I mean, I know. I like I said, I work in the field. All right, we're gonna mulligan that because that's way too much weird stuff there. Let's keep that. Let's toss that. I really like how this Plains card is a well-lit train station. Like, that's such a nice way of making like a calm, pleasant place to be. Like a bright, sunny train station is like an urban Plains environment. Kabira Takedown. Alright, let's just do that. Swing in. Until the ceiling started raining. What do you mean the ceiling rained? He broke the water line. That's funny. It's a good one. Swing in for 2. There you go. Alright, let's do that. Squad Commander. Might be Squad Commander if we don't get something else out here. So let's do Squad Commander. Well, you know, I think that a train station seems chaotic, but the actual running of the trains themselves is probably very ordered. I would have to say. I would have to say that the concept of a train station is, you know, there's machines, there's a lot of schedules, you know, there's a lot going on, but ultimately something is kind of in control and everybody is kind of working together to get them out. Now, it can be chaotic for the people who are missing it, but they're not functioning in the system of the train station. They're functioning outside of it. So, you know, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not on time or whatever. So, interesting. But I do like that the idea, the feeling of a warm-colored, well-lit train station being drawing that energy from the plane's energy from that. I think it should focus the fact that it is the terminal. It is the front terminal. It's not the actual, like, you know, it's not the roundhouse. It's not the mechanic shop. That would be more like red or something like that. Dungeon delving. That's what you called it? Xylo Beast has lost the thread here. Waffles. Vedovakin. Hey, what's up, Dovahkiin? Dragons, I'm not over keen. Just call me Dovahkiin. Dragons, I'm not over keen. I'll be slicing through them like a slicing through an aubergine. I think I got the lyrics wrong in that one. Who am I? What am I? Lightscribe, Leonin, swing in, pop. All right. I am okay. So there's obviously board wipes coming. There's like 6 different kinds of board wipes coming. So let's do Homestead Courage. Let's try to get the damage up here pretty high. And let's keep Leonin. All right. Pop, pop. There we go. All right. He's probably gonna run the wipe. Because he can't take a hit like that again. Doomscar income. Yeah, I have a Boon of Safety, so that's why I'm not too worried. Oh, there's the Vanisher. Okay. He's going to run the Vanisher instead. And he's going to maybe rack another Doomscar up? I don't know. So let's put down an Orator. Let's increase the power. Swing in. There we go. There's the Scar. Boon of Safety. On the Orator. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, why not? Crack. Alright, we do that. Let's do... Might be another Scar, so let's hold on to that Sejiri's. Might be another Scar, so let's hold on to that Sejiri Shelter. How about that? He might try to Scar me again, or he's going to go for the Angel. The Angel Rip there. And that's another Scar, so we're going to Sejiri out. White. Oh, yeah, it can't be targeted. That's right. Doesn't do that. We do that. Bring that back. Alright, we'll bring back Archpriest. That's right. It's not targeted. It's not, whatchamacallit. You know, I use protection. I used to use protection all the time, and I stopped using protection, and that basically just effed up the game for me right there, because I'm thinking protection works different. Yeah, Sedge don't save her from Scar. That's right. Yeah, I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Indestructibility. That's what I use to get across the wire. I use this to get by blockers. So let's do this. Let's do that. Let's swing in. You know, they've really leaned out of the protection lately. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. Always use protection. But Wizards has kind of left protection behind. And they're kind of focused more on hexproof and indestructible. That's mostly what they run now. They rarely run cards with protection. It's very, very rare you see it. Very, very rare you see a protection. Alright, Archpriest. He's going to discard and then exile the graveyard. I think he might be dead. I'm not entirely clear of what he's got planned here. Maybe another removal, or he's just going to lose. Okay, Braveheart just loses. There we go. Oh, they did make a statement? Yeah, I don't read every blog post. All right, guys. 5 up. I think that's pretty solid right there. Once we started getting that, once we dialed it in there, once we dialed in our artillery strikes, pretty happy overall with that performance. Well, protection applies across colors. If you have a multicolor, if it's green and blue and you have protection from green, it counts. You don't get that. It actually makes it more powerful, as a matter of fact. Hey, look, it's me. It's so funny when I see stuff that's recommended my own things. It's kind of be like how actors see like themselves on a TV commercial and they're like, it's me. Sometimes when I'm watching YouTube, it recommends me my own videos to watch, and I'm like, I don't want to watch my own video. I know what happens. Thank you, though. I appreciate. I realize that the algorithm has figured out that I have an affinity for myself, but yeah. So we definitely turned it around. Absolutely, that's a pretty good run there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7-1. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty decent after the change there. We did a little bit of revision there. We did a little bit of tweaking, and I think that's definitely in a better place. And like I said, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to change it all, but hitting those party hits is kind of fun. So we're gonna leave it right there for tonight, boys. I've been Jay Villain. You've been great. The word of the day is going to be protection. Yes. Adios, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.